What's up, all you beautiful people? It's your boy, the Vuvuzela, back in the building, back with some more Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. And we've got young boys up again, this time in the Schwarzer Cup. Hopefully we can avenge what happened in just 4 days prior, in-game, obviously. For you guys, it's yesterday's video. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. It's a lot of fun, a lot of good times, heartache. You guys know the drill. Go do it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, we've got Schwarzer Cup action plus the end of the season wrap-up. We're gunning for that second place. We've got Basel just in front of us. Young boys, unfortunately, are just too far ahead now. Even with 5 games left of the season, I don't see them slipping up. They need to lose at least 3 of their 5 games. We need to win all 5 games. And then we still need to hope that Basel lose 2 of their 5 games. The maths can still technically make us champions, but in reality, there's not much chance. So we're fighting for that second place, but more importantly, we're fighting for that finals in the Schwarzer Cup. You guys smash subscribe, hit the notification button while you're at it, leave a comment or 2. Enjoy the video. We're back, guys, for a new episode, new day, new everything. We're taking on young boys again. It's like it just never changes. Now, not much to talk about in terms of results because we haven't had any results. Of course, after the last video, the disappointment that we lost to young boys. We're taking them on again and then again. 3 times in a row for the Super League Championship group phase. You can have a look at the Super League. We've got our games sorted. It's young boys, Lugano, Winterthur, Basel, and St. Gallen. Of course, Basel has already played their extra game, so they are currently 4 points ahead of us. They took on Winterthur and beat Winterthur on that one. In terms of the bottom half, I just wanted to point this out that Stade, Lucerne, Archie are definitely out. There's no way they can recover 10 points in these next 5 games for them. Lucerne, though, and Grasshoppers, and even to an extent, Zurich and Sion could all fit into that relegation playoff knockout phase that goes in with the Disky Challenge, which seems to be a tussle between Neuchâtel Xamax and Yerdon. Lucerne are coming up into the Super League by the looks of it. I don't see them dropping that many points so quickly on. I think they've got about 5 games left as well of the season, eh? 4 games, okay. So there you go. Now, the big question is, today's video is definitely going to be a young boys episode. Depending on how results go, if we make it to the final, that game will be shown. If not, well, if it is, then we have that game and the Basel game, because I think that'll be a good contention for second place, depending on obviously how results go in the first 3 games. And then if it's looking like we're going to qualify for second place automatically, we're just going to skip all those games and go to the final game. But either way, there will be at least 2 games, possibly 3 games in this video. We're moving on to young boys. We've got a couple of injuries. Of course, we saw in the last episode, Renier out for 3 weeks. So he won't be able to start, which means Pacentia will start up front and Ferrari will start in the attacking midfield role. Jolette is cup-tied, which means Gutbub, who recently handed in a transfer request, he wants a new challenge. He won't be available for this one. So he's going to be available for this one. So he will come out on that right-hand side. He has probably been our best player on that right-hand side. You know, instead of Ferrari, I'm going to play Marks up front. We don't have those 2 subs for this game. So that is something. We'll put Ferrari on instead of Campbell. We won't play with a striker on the bench. We'll take that go. Grando is back, though, which is fantastic news. So he will come in for Roth, and we'll put Kokuri as the DM, Grando as the striker. Potsnik is also back, so Munovic will come out from there. Wood is also looking good. He's fresh and ready to go as well. Benelmer has been a bit of a better left back at the moment. Wood, in terms of his left back appearances, he has 2 assists. which isn't bad. But Ben Almer, 3 assists and a goal, maybe not that much better. It is a position we might be looking at in the future. Malhouse on the right, though, 4 goals, 5 assists. He's been absolutely insanely good in that right-hand side. How's Tello actually been? I haven't even checked him. Only 1 assist from both sides. Okay, well, he's still developing. He's still developing. This is the team that's going to take on Young Boys. We're playing in Bern, another derby. We've got one more derby coming up in this. Well, we won't see that game, but guys, this is going to be crazy. Let's take on Young Boys at the Vankdorf Arena in Bern. Join the action about 3 minutes in, and Young Boys have dispossessed Kokori in the midfield. They're going for very narrow diamond formation in sense that it looks like they are trying to just play right through the middle, which is, I mean, not ideal for them because we do have the 2 DMs, which are supposed to counterattack that. But over the top, again, it's the second time they've done that against us. This time it was offsides, though. If Deme gets those runs in between Saris and Pontanik, it could be disastrous for us, just like that free kick could potentially have been disastrous for us. This is a very, very much different game to the one that we had last week. Of course, Young Boys were nowhere in this game. And today, though, they are pretty much dominating us in possession. And shots-wise, no one's really had many shots. The problem is we don't really focus too wide, which I think I might switch the play to very wide and try and force them out and spread that midfield a little bit in terms of them, because it seems like we're just sort of in a stale lock in this midfield battle at the moment. Imeri's through, Fink is through on goal, he scores the goal. Is that offsides? The flag is up on the far side. That's not going to count. I am going to switch up a little bit in possession. We're going to go very wide, and in fact, we're not going to look for underlaps, we're going to look for overlaps instead. Just to try and force them to move out from the middle and try and, just open the space up a little bit. In terms, because like I said, we kind of focus down at the middle, they focus down at the middle. It's just getting into a stalemate of who is just having the better possession in the middle. And at the moment, Sun are not doing well in terms of possession. We are 71% down on possession, and that could have been a penalty. I don't think it was. I think it was just outside the box. Judging by the players' reactions, I think that was not a penalty. Apparently, it is a penalty. Stadante, can you save a penalty? You're not great at saving penalties. You're not going to save Finks' penalty. That one's going to count. His 30th goal of the season. I don't feel like that was a penalty. I think it was outside the box. That was just annoying. He guessed right, at least. He had the history of never guessing correctly, so at least he chose the right side this time. They 2-0 up. Apparently, Fink's offside goal did count. I thought it was offside. I really did. I should be paying more attention. Okay, well, Swasa Cup glory is still on the brink. If we can pull one back here, which we can't. If we can pull one back here, there's still opportunities. I don't think it's over just yet. We need to try and maybe get more of a grip on the game. I am thinking of maybe switching. I can't switch to the 2 striker system because we don't have 2 strikers available. But Pacencia pulls one back. We don't need to swap anything. We don't need to swap tactics. I was thinking of going to the little Christmas tree one. We don't need to. Pacencia has pulled one back, and now spreading the play open, playing a little bit more wider. You can see it's drawn them out from the middle. Marks, I mean, you got a little bit lucky there with Person's tackle that landed perfectly for Pacencia. The South African border has been absolutely amazing up front for us in the attacking midfielder and striker role. He has just been really good player. Probably, in my opinion, our player of the season. I think between him and, you know what? I'll shout out there to Ferrari. The two of them have been absolutely fantastic for our team. Keeper launches it up far. Pacencia picks it up. Marks now in possession. looking to go wide, picks up Malhouse. Gutbub in a good spot here. Gutbub looking for options, cuts deep inside. Pacencia! Good save from the keeper. That could have been easily 2-2. We could have easily been back in the game. A nice near post keeper missed it completely, but the defender was there to mop up the pieces. And so was Pontesic to just clear it out and not hit the breakaway. We fought back into this game so far. Half-time, it is 2-1 to Young Boys. We're not out of it yet. And tell them they've been terrible, though. They need to be motivated. They need to be pushing. Let's actually even shout. Let's not shout, just in case something bad happens here. Ben Almer looking for options. Picks up Grando. Grando to the near post. Back post. It's Gutbub. That should count. Come on. That is a goal. There is no... What is the issue here? That's not offside. There's no way you can call that offside. That is a goal. Give us the goal, referee. Come on. He was not offside. I mean, he didn't even play in... He wasn't even part of it. How can they call Pacencia offside when he wasn't even involved in the play? FM manager, come on. You got to get your lines correct there. That was not offside, not by a long shot. We'll bring some stops. Renan has been absolutely poor in that side. We're going to bring on Ferrari on the left-hand side. Kakuri not having the best of game. Roth come in there just to solidify that midfield a little bit. Ponsonet also not having a great game. Minicevic come in there. We're going to risk him in there. Keeper's not having a good game either. There is a goal there for us, guys. We can feel it. The goal is there. We just need to create those chances to score that goal. We've had 3 shots on target out of 7. They've had 4 out of 7. What's going to happen here? Nice coming through. Kamara picks up the loose ball. Roth does. Pacencio goes wide all the way to Ferrari, who's got some space on the wing. Got men in the box. He's got the likes of Grando, who goes to the back post. This time it's going to count. This time it's 2-2. We're back in the game. Gutbub with a fantastic little strike. Thank you to Grando and picking out that pass. I thought Grando might go at the goal himself, but he picked up Gutbub unmarked at the back post. Decided to go with his left foot instead to the far post. Weird, odd choice of goal striking from him, but that was all done thanks to Roth and Ferrari. The two linked up perfectly. They're the 2 subs. I'm a tactical genius. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a D-genius. Look at that. Can we score 1 more now? Can we finish the game off? Is the big question. Or is it going to go to extra time? Or is Young Boys going to score a corner? We've cleared the first ball. Deme has the opportunity to launch it back into the box. He doesn't bring it, but he cuts back inside. And I mean, wow. Just absolutely wow. That is, I mean, first of all, he's done well to keep the ball in. Niaise picked him up nicely. A beautiful little 1-2. And, sure. I mean, that's the quality that you get from Young Boys, I guess. That is just quality finishing. There's nothing, absolutely nothing I could have done about that. And with that, we're out of the Swartzer Cup. Oh, I really did believe when Gutbub scored that goal. I believed, but Malik Deme yet again. Second time he's done that to us. Just hurts. Everything just hurts. Everything just hurts. I can't criticize the boys. They did well, but it just hurts. So much pain after this game. I really thought we could win this one. We were looking so good in that second half. We do get 131,000 for losing though, so that's at least nice. Right, guys, and we'll just keep an eye out on the league. We'll see if second place does come into fruition. If there's an opportunity that we can secure second place with the game against Basel, we're coming back for that one. Either way, we're coming back for Basel and maybe St. Gallen as well, depending on how the results go. If we see second place is completely out of reach by the time we get to Basel, we'll come back for the last game of the season. One of those two. I'm just in pain. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the Basel game. In terms of the league, we are 3 points behind Basel, so the only way we can finish is if we beat Basel And if they lose their last game of the season, where they take on Young Boys. So it's all to play for, which means we are going to come back for the last two games, which is Basel and St. Gallen. We're taking on Basel right now. A couple of injuries. Mulhouse and Renan picked up 2 injuries in the previous game. And have a quick look at those results. We managed to beat Young Boys, guys. We beat them at the third time of asking. We beat them 5-4, thanks to goals from Mulhouse, Benamil, Grando, and a brace from Lucas Jolette. Fantastic little result there. Yeah, it was what, 1-0 to them. Yeah, you can see, 1-0 to them, 1-1. Then it went 2-1 to us, then 2-2 to them, then 3-2 to us. Then it went 4-2 to us. And I was thinking at that point, we're looking very, very good. They then pulled one back to 4-3. We then went up to 5-3. And in the 85th minute, they scored their 4th one. Lugano, similar sort of result. We picked up the victory 3-2 on this one. They went 2-0 ahead in the first 20 minutes. We fought back hard thanks to Ben Almira scoring just at the brink of half-time. And then Ponsensek and Campbell coming in as substitutes for both of them, scoring some goals. And most recently, Winterburn, 2-0 draw, 4 injuries in this game, 2 for us, 2 for them. Renan barely made it into 10 minutes into the game. He picked up an injury, and he's out for the rest of the season at 4 weeks. And then the same is for Mulhouse, out for the rest of the season, out for 3 months. He might miss the start of next season, as well as Felipe over here. He's also probably going to miss the start of next season with 3 months out still, which isn't ideal. But for this game, we're going to go with Estudante in goals, Zolna on the right, Ponsensek and Cyrus in the midfield, in the defense, Benamir on the left, Kakuri, Grando, Jolette, Ferrari, Einsring, and Pacencia all starting. That's how we're going to line up. That's how we're taking on Basel. It's a must-win for us. If we lose to Basel, we come third. There is no two ways about it. That is exactly where we're going to land up finishing. If that happens, I'll just probably give you the highlights of the St. Gallen game, because it's really just then doesn't mean anything. If we win, though, we're going to get the full game of St. Gallen as well. And this is going to be just a very long video. And I'm going to have to edit a lot of things out in between the games, and maybe even between highlights. We'll have to see how it pans out. But right now, the game is underway. We're taking on Basel. We're at the St. Jaco Stadium in Basel. I think they are based in Basel, actually. Basel. Where are they based? In Basel. Okay. St. Jacob Park Stadium. That's what it's called. The full name. They have the first attempt just over the top, past Estudiante's top of the crossbar. Sedande goes for the long kick, picks no one in particular, but Benhammer picks it up nicely. Eisring loses out, though, and here comes Sigaya Boof looking down to exploit the wing a little bit. They tend to play a little bit wider. We don't. Eisring cuts inside, picks up Jolette now. He's got options in front of him, and he just messed it up. He ran into his own player, and I'm not sure what between him and Kakuri were doing there, and that's almost cost us a goal. How did they miss that? That was just shocking between Kakuri and Jolette. I don't understand how they got into each other's way, but he was through on goal. Pacencia was through, as well as Ferrari. Both of them had a clear run through on goal. All he had to do was just think it over the top, and that probably would have been a better opportunity for us to score a goal rather than gift it to Basel, who have just been dominating us in this game a little bit. Not happy. I'm definitely not happy. They picked up Del Pinto. When did they pick him up? Oh, he's always been there. He's been on my scout list for a while now. I didn't realize he played for Basel. I thought he played for Young Boys. Oh, there's that, I guess. Approaching now towards the 30-minute mark. We have possession with Pontasek. Picking up Cyrus, playing deep in the defense now. Playing nicely out to Benhammer. He's been on rich vein of form at the moment. This time, not good enough. Gauto picks up the loose ball, crosses all the way across to Bang. And Bang has got some pace. Look at him go. Jeez, he's quick. Eventually finds the man inside, but good tackle from Zollner. And then Kakuri messes it up again. Gauto, who started this whole thing. Good save from Mr. Dante. And that's another mistake from Kakuri. That's a second mistake in 30 minutes for Kukuri. Not having the best of games at the moment. Even though he's on the 7.1, I've got a question how he's gotten... Okay, it's dropped down to a 6.9 now. That's good. Okay. I think I was looking at Grando's rating at the bottom there. I don't know why I pointed it on my screen. It's not like you can see where I'm pointing on my screen. Cholet picks up Zollner, who's in a real bad position there. That was not a good play. Andergig looking for options in the box. He's picked up Papasteliniu, and that crossed it into Del Pinto, and Del Pinto slots it into the back of the net, past Estudante's net. Nothing the keeper could have done there. Questions have to be answered, though. How did Papasteliniu get so free? Jolet just didn't track back enough and just let him through. And then nothing big man Sadis could have done there about Del Pinto's little tap in. Absolutely pathetic, if you ask me. That was just shockingly bad. And this time they've hit the bar. I've seen enough. This is hurting, guys. This is hurting so much at the moment. I'm going to switch formations at halftime. I've got to try something. We've not gotten in at all in this game. I'm going to go with this sort of setup. We've got the personnel to play it. I'm looking at the likes of Ansring, who's been absolutely terrible. Kukuri's been absolutely terrible. I'm going to make some swaps as well. You know what? We've got to throw everything. Kukuri off for Roth. Ansring come off for... You know what? Come off for Campbell. Campbell, come up front. We'll try the old tried and tested Pacencia Gandando combination with Ferrari on the left. Let's try that. Campbell, now's your opportunity to sign. You're probably going to be sold in the summer. But now you have options to try and do something. You have options, guys. Let's push. Let's move in. We've only had 2 shots in that entire game so far. We've got possession. Zollner goes long from Ponsensek. Can't pick up the man. Dura now getting some pressure on from Thaybolt as well. Bang. We know he's quick. Zollner, I don't know what he was doing there. Why did he slide tackle? Why was Zollner doing that? I don't understand. I don't understand, Zollner. What was your train of thought there? Like, why did you need to slide tackle that? You ran right over, you slid tackled right over the ball, Zollner. What is wrong with you? Well, our aim for second place has now just gone out the window with that shocking error from Zollner. I don't know what he was doing there. That was just insane train of thought. Grando through on goal. Grando pulls one back. Is there time? Is there hope? You know what? There might be hope. We're going to take Zollner off. That was just absolutely pathetic from Zollner. I'm bringing on Wood. And then I'm going to move Ponsenek into that position with Saris and Wood swapping around. Elsewhere on the field, Placencia has been very bad. Take him off for Marks. We'll give Marks a run. We need something. We need something. We need a better, more of that, actually. More of those quick little passes. Getting the likes of Grando through on goal. Hopefully Marks now can inject a little bit of more of activity in the team, as well as Wood on the centre back position, Ponsenek on that right hand position. Really are missing Malhouse. He is so good on that right hand side. Him and Jolet just click. They just absolutely always click together. The clock is running down. One more sub available. I'm going to take off Jolet. He hasn't played well. Gutbub on for probably your final game of the season. We need something, boys. We need something. We need a miracle. A draw. I mean, a draw would still help, but then they've got a draw won't really help. Their goal difference actually is just ridiculously too high. This is going to be the end. We are going to finish third. And you know what? I'm not disappointed that we're going to finish third in the log. There's no way we can drop lower. There's no way we can go higher. I'm not disappointed that we're going to finish third. In terms of this team, I am super proud of them. We did our best efforts to come in third place. We were predicted to come dead last. We weren't the laughing stock of the league. We finished in third. We've got European football next season, albeit Europa League. I'm still a happy chappy. Guys, I think I'm just going to go to the end of the game. I'm going to show you the highlights of St. Galen's game, and then we'll end it off there. We'll see how the season ends. Maybe we send off on a happy note against St. Galen. I'm going to play a little bit ahead, take on that St. Galen game. Hopefully we come off with some good news towards the end of the season. Guys, we're back. End of the season. You can have a look at the St. Galen game. Let's have a look at the goals. We won the match 2-1 thanks to Jolette and Roth picking up the goals. There was a little bit of a touch and go situation. Roth picked up a little bit of an injury just after he scored. But the first goal, beautiful little pass here from Ben Almir looking for Jolette on the back post. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done about that. Their goal, though, again, a defensive blunder. This time, Saris and I think it was Minusovic, the two got into each other's way. Roth, with a little slight injury, picked up the goal. He got substituted straight after that. And that's how we won, and we have officially finished third. Just going to go through the little squad, have a look at the stats, how we've all played. In terms of average rating, Renan with 18 appearances, 9 goals, 4 assists. Obviously our best player of the season. I want to give it to Panancia, though. I know his rating dropped towards the end of the season because his form wasn't great towards the end. But 11 goals, 7 assists, absolutely amazing stuff from him. It's 18 goal contributions in total, equal to our top goal scorer in Arya Gada, 18 goals, 0 assists. So fantastic result. We are going to be looking at maybe increasing the firepower, at least going forward. The likes of Renan and Jolette and, of course, Malhouse, Aragada, rather, all coming in a little bit later. Ferrari only seemed to find form a little bit much later on in the season. And then, obviously, looking at guys like Renier, who can hopefully next season produce a lot more goals. In terms of assists, no one had more than Grando. Finished on a record tied for 11 assists for the season. Fantastic little shoe-in from him. I'd also put him as probably the signing of the season. We picked him up in the transfer for £375,000. Relatively nothing in comparison to what we paid for some of these other guys. And his response has been just fantastic. Just to put it in perspective, Renan cost me £7,000, and he has been probably amazing of a player. Jolette as well didn't cost us a lot of money, £34,000 for him. Aragada, who of course was our top goal scorer, just to put that into perspective, £550,000. Maybe we might be looking at potentially a new striker. One position we will be looking at is to improve in the defense with goalkeeper Estudante. 37 played, 51 conceded, 10 clean sheets. I mean, it's not the greatest record to have in your first season. If we don't find a suitable replacement, definitely one to maybe keep on a look on. He is only 24, so he does still have time to develop as a goalkeeper. In the defense, Michalis Saris and Minusovic just weren't up to the mustard today, so probably looking for 2 new centre-backs. The likes of Cameron Wood could potentially replace Saris next season, although I feel at 19, maybe still a bit too young to be that sort of defender that we're looking for in terms of the technicals. So we might even look at loaning him out and bring in a whole new back four to play in there. Because at the moment, between the two of them, Pontanic is probably the best of the bunch when it comes to centre-backs. And on paper is better than Minusovic on that right-hand side. The only issue that I have is that he's just, when he's played in that position, he hasn't played well. So maybe a new one coming in there for the defensive side. In terms of attacking, though, I'm pretty much happy with the squad. I'll give you a full breakdown of what's happening in the transfer special next episode, as well as the season review. We can do all of that. But definitely right now, a goalkeeper is number one on my list, because Waltley is probably going to leave next season. His contract is expiring, so we'll try and cash in on him a little bit, get some money off him. Arslan is not a good enough backup goalkeeper, in my opinion. His contract is also expiring, so we'll probably try and cash in on him. So definitely going to need at least 2 goalkeepers to come in. Whether they're better than Ustudante is a different story, but we're going to need some backup goalkeepers, because at the moment, even in our youth ranks, We don't really have a decent goalkeeper. Diego Bodson is probably the best of the bunch, and he could be a good backup keeper. Definitely better than Walty and Arslan, but not great in terms of quality, what we're looking for. And then in the under 19s, there is Regis Egli, who could also be a fantastic goalkeeper one day, but at 18, I want him to develop a little bit more, as well as Jan Altier, a good goalkeeper that could potentially be better. And then in terms of the youth, I didn't show the youth candidates that we got in because, to be completely honest, they weren't very great. We can just show you some of them quickly. Mario Baldi, the goalkeeper, I mean, if he develops, he could be absolutely one of the best goalkeepers in the game. But that's a bit of a stretch. Probably the pick of the bunch is Patrick Amatsoltz. Looks like he could be very good striker. It just needs to develop a little bit more. With 15 finishing, he looks like he could be the one we're looking for. And then two guys that I want to talk about. João Pereira as an attacking midfielder. I mean, this guy could easily slot into the first team right now. As an attacking midfielder, if we just compare him to the likes of Pacencia, similar type of player, I mean, he's not that far off Pacencia's type of play. More well-rounded than Pacencia, I'll give him that. And he's only 15, so I'm going to look at his development. And then the other one, Locke Steiner, a centre-back. I think he could become absolutely baller in that centre-back position. But that's the pick of the bunch, really, guys. The rest we just bought for squad players, and in fact, just to round up the under 18s and under 19s. Under 21s, most of these guys will be probably sold next season. I just don't think they're good enough to be in the team. There is one or two guys that could potentially move into the first team, the likes of Houghton and Canas. Obviously, we know Canas is fantastic. We know Canas is developing very well over in Portugal. So, you know, as a replacement for Gutbub, he could be that man on the right-hand side. Thao as a left-back is probably the backup to Ben Almir. We desperately need a proper little backup in him. I think Tello maybe not good enough to be in that position. And then in terms of other loanees, there's no one really that has shone on loan. Francisco, I'm a little bit disappointed. I had high hopes for him. He just hasn't developed as well as I had hoped. The same can be said for Luthi. I just don't see him in the first team anytime soon. Probably a lot of these guys who are 18, 19 will probably go out on loan again to try and develop a little bit more, give them one more season, one more hope in coming through and breaking into that first team a little bit, but it's not looking likely, guys. Anyway, I think that's it. We're going to wrap it up there. I think that is the perfect place to wrap it up, and we'll see you tomorrow for some transfer specials. Well, guys, heartache on both fronts, unfortunately. The Basel game really just destroyed any hopes and chances that we had of coming in second place. Even though we did pick up a victory in the very last game of the season, just wasn't enough for Basel. Basel even lost to Young Boys, which means they go second on goal difference, which is just heartache. It really, really is. And then on top of that, getting knocked out of the Schwarzer Cup thanks to back-to-back losses to Young Boys. At least we avenged the third match and we got a victory over them, which I suppose is, you know, really good. But yeah, we got to rebuild next season. We got to rebuild. We decided I'm going to stick with Thun for one more season. I want to play European football. I think as a manager, as a South African manager, it really does help, you know, push my stature up a little bit. And maybe after European football, if we can go deep in it, we can attract some new jobs somewhere down the line. So tomorrow, that means a transfer special is up as we look to rebuild Thun and make them into a proper European powerhouse, albeit in the Conference League. Doesn't matter. It's Europe. That's what matters. Your boy, the Vazslap, is out of here. Until next time, peace, chicken grease.